Hi there folks, now here's one for you. Why are you paying gurus for Forex Signal services? Or why are you contemplating it? Is it because you want all this, yeah? You want the mansion, you want the Lambos, you want $1 million in your back pocket. And you think that by blindly copying a signal service, all this is just gonna land on your plate. Well, sorry folks, the reality is this. By blindly copying a Forex signal service, or indeed any trading signal service, you're more likely to end up in a place like this. Now, in today's lesson, I'm going to reveal to you the truth about following a trade signal service with that pipe dream in mind. Come on, I want to talk to you briefly about the signal services and robots. We're seeing a lot of this in the Forex market over the last few years or so. So I think it's worthwhile at this juncture to explain basically what the signal services are and what robots are and the benefits, pluses and cons of those. So first off, what is a signal service? Basically a subscription that you pay to a vendor, and in return that vendor is going to send you trade signals. So it will have the entity that you're trading, the currency pair or the stock or whatever it is. You'll have the entry price, you'll have your profit targets, you'll have your stop levels as well, basic risk management when to get in and out of the trade. Now this is going to be sent direct to your mobile phone, your mobile device, or it might be sent to your email. Some of these are going to be linked to a particular broker. So the moment you take the trade, it goes through to the vendor's broker or the broker that they have the relationship with, and you execute the trade. Or of course you can take the signal and execute that with your own broker of your choice. That's basically what a trade signal provider is, and there are plenty of them out there. So why do people, do you think, get involved in signal services? Well, the reason why I think people get involved is because they think it is a get-rich-quick scheme. You know, get-rich-quick scheme, all they need to do is pay $20, $50 or whatever it is a month, and this is going to be their road to riches. They never have to work again. They can just click the button and be financially secure for the rest of their lives. The get-rich-quick schemers. Easy to follow. Well, they don't have to do any work. They don't have to understand what they're doing. They literally need to just click a button and the trade is executed, and there's no background knowledge needed. And marketing ads, lots of marketing ads out there, basically the vendors marketing their wares, telling you how much money they've made, their win-loss ratio is great and so forth. Don't always get sucked in by the win-loss ratio. Certainly I can come up with strategies that will have a 99% win-loss ratio, but the 1% you lose will blow you out of the water. So don't get sucked in by the marketing. But certainly there's lots of marketing ads out there at the moment, certainly lots of them coming out on Telegram as well, signal service providers, people sitting there maybe in their bedrooms just making a few bucks by selling signal services that don't work. So that's a lot of the reasons why people get involved, because it's basically easy and it's their chance to make riches. Just think about it for a moment. You spend Saturday afternoon watching sport. What's around the sporting grounds? It's all gambling. It's all gambling ads. It's all telling you how to make money on the football or what have you. Just telling you what to buy and so forth. The reason why that is because they know it's exciting and they know the general public thrive on that. And unfortunately these vendors, some of them have actually got sucked into signal providing as well. I'm not saying they're all wrong and bad people, but certainly that is certainly the case for many. Do they work? Of course they work on occasions. Some of them work, some of them don't. Some are just plain out scammers, but of course some of them work. But do they work for you? There's nothing to say that a signal service won't have a decent strategy, and there's nothing to say that strategy hasn't got a good return on its trades. But for me, trading is much more about just following a signal. Trading, you may have seen my video in the past when I talk about the cycle of doom. The reason why most traders fail, cycle of doom, is because they have a strategy and they trade it and they make money and then they start losing money and then they tweak it and then they make money again and then it starts losing and they tweak it and they throw it out and they ditch the strategy and get another one. Most people that are following signal services will go through periods of drawdown, sometimes substantial drawdown. Unless you know what's going on behind that signal, behind that trading, unless you actually fully appreciate what the guy that's putting out the signals is doing, chances are you are going to fall into that cycle of doom, which, as I say, is the killer of most traders. So you want to avoid the cycle of doom, and you want to avoid just following signals blindly because someone tells you about a particular track record. Much better to get to know a little bit about what's going on behind this strategy. So now let's talk about robots. Robots, MT4 have expert advisors. You'll see them as EAs, MT4 and MT5, pretty much the same thing. An expert advisor is basically a program that you can buy. You can buy the program, you can plug it in, and it's going to do all the trading for you. And there's lots of vendors out there, lots of people on all the different sites showing you their track records. Again, be mindful of that. You've got to know what's going on behind the strategy. A lot of the strategies use what is known as martingale. But martingale is basically where you basically add to losers until the market turns back down, and then you basically take your profits. But of course, as you know, markets don't always turn back, in which case you blow your trading accounts. But they can produce very good returns over a period of time. So you plug your EA in, it looks great. More often than not, it will turn against you. Think about it for a moment. You know, if there were such an EA out there, such an expert advisor out there on sale for $99, would there be a national debt of Venezuela? Surely the central banker would just buy an expert advisor and plug it into a Forex MT4 platform. But that's basically what an expert advisor is. I'm not saying you shouldn't use expert advisors, some very good ones out there as well, but you need to have some human discretion over them, so you know when to switch them off and when to let them run and so forth. So if you want to avoid this situation and be on your way to getting here with real money in your pocket, not this fake stuff you can buy on Amazon for just a few quid, well, you need to educate yourself. You have to understand how to think like a trader. First off, you need to have realistic expectations and not just live off a pipe dream. You need to understand your strategy. You need to know how it's performed in the past under different trading conditions. This will give you clues to how it's likely to perform in the future. You've heard me say in the past, talk about the cycle of doom. So many people fail because of the cycle of doom. It is the #1 reason. That's tweaking, switching, changing strategies in search of that magic. All that is because you don't understand the trading mechanics. You need to understand and appreciate and respect the laws of large numbers. You have to appreciate the laws of probability, exploiting an edge over time. You know, there's no strategy that has only winning trades. No one trade should make you or break you. You need to know how to evaluate your strategy. Now, these are the lessons and teachings that I try to get across to my followers. There's plenty of content here on the channel already, and more will be coming out in the coming weeks as well. So that means you've got to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification as well. That way you'll be notified the moment the next video has been released. As always, follow us on all the socials. If you follow us on Facebook, you can also watch a live stream where we do every Monday afternoon, 2 p.m. London time, where we look at trading opportunities for the week ahead. And as some of you may have noticed, I also put out a weekly market commentary every Monday as well, looking at the week ahead. So again, if you subscribe, you're going to get notified the moment that gets released on Monday. Until then, I'll see you very soon.